So now we'll discuss some points about this Gibbs free energy. So we have already seen that GF is less or equals to GI. Okay. So where GF is the Gibbs free energy in the final state and GI is the Gibbs free energy in the initial state, and its final state value has always been less or equals to its initial state value for any system which is at constant temperature and constant pressure. That is, we can say that for any isothermal and isobaric process, Gibbs free energy final state, that is GF, cannot be more than Gibbs free energy in the initial state GI. That is, GF has to be always less than or at most equal to its initial state value. The final state value cannot be greater than its initial state value. Okay. Now, as usual, the equality sign holds for a reversible process. Okay. So, if this isothermal and isobaric process is a reversible one, then the equality sign holds, that is GF equals to GI, and Gibbs free energy. So, we can say that Gibbs free energy in the initial state is equal to the Gibbs free energy in the initial final state is equal to Gibbs free energy in the initial state. That is, during an isothermal and isobaric process, which is a reversible process, there cannot be any change in Gibbs free energy, and it will remain constant throughout the process. But if this isothermal and isobaric process is an irreversible one, then the inequality holds and the Gibbs free energy in the final state is always less than that in the initial state. Now, we know that for any natural and spontaneous process or irreversible process, so any natural and spontaneous process tries to occur in such a direction that it will have lesser Gibbs free energy in the final state. Okay. So when it approaches any equilibrium state during a process, it will always try to have lesser Gibbs free energy than its initial state. Okay. So now we'll say that why we consider the Gibbs free energy to be a thermodynamic potential. Okay. So we already know this, that for any isothermal and isobaric process, delta G is less than 0, and GF minus GI is less or equals to 0, and finally GF is less or equals to GI. Okay, and this inequality holds for any irreversible process, which are basically all the natural and spontaneous process. So we can say that for any spontaneous process, Gibbs free energy in the final state, that is GF, will always be less than that in the initial state, that is GI. Okay. So now if you compare this situation with the mechanical system, so we can say that if we have a mechanical system, it will always try to have minimum potential energy so that it can be in stable state of mechanical equilibrium. Okay. So, or when a system is in a stable state of mechanical equilibrium, its potential energy will always be minimum. Similarly, when a thermodynamic system with constant temperature and constant pressure is in stable state of thermodynamic equilibrium, then the Gibbs free energy of the system will also be minimum. Okay, that is, any change in a thermodynamic system which is at constant temperature and constant pressure, that is, any change has to be isothermal and isobaric. Okay, so if such a system undergoes any isothermal and isobaric change, then it will always try to have minimum Gibbs free energy so that it can be in stable state of thermodynamic equilibrium. Okay, so we can say that the said system, that is any thermodynamic system at constant temperature and constant pressure, tends to undergo any change such that it will be in the state of minimum Gibbs free energy. Okay, it cannot undergo any change such that it will have a greater value of Gibbs free energy, but it will undergo any spontaneous change such that it will have the minimum value of Gibbs free energy in the state of minimum Gibbs free energy. If the Gibbs free energy rises, then the stable state of equilibrium will be disturbed. Okay. So, and that will not be spontaneous. Any spontaneous change will try to acquire the stable state of equilibrium and will try to have the state of minimum Gibbs free energy. So, in this way, the Gibbs free energy plays the role of thermodynamic potential. Just like the mechanical potential energy plays the potential for a mechanical system, similarly the Gibbs free energy G plays the role of thermodynamic potential and constant pressure, because here you see we are using this constant pressure isobaric. That's why thermodynamic potential at constant pressure in thermodynamics.